Hello and welcome back to Going Medieval. Yes, I'm your host, Survival Joe, and today we are continuing as Sweetie N is going to, going gently, working hard on the fields. And the goal for today's episode will be making a small shrine so they get a chance, so my toons get a chance to go for pray according to their religious beliefs. I will also be hopefully doing some research, make some improved beds for them, and also starting to go towards making some sort of an weapons, production tables, etc. And maybe, who knows, maybe even to start making a cellar, because we want to start thinking about how we will be dealing with making an inn or something of the sort. But first I'm gonna be placing tables and chairs in the communal area because I really want people to be... This square is kind of the focus area where everybody, comes together and joins. And to be able to do so, I think I should be placing some wood restitutionist shrine, which will help those that want to pray to one god or the other. I have no idea if that will later on bite me in the rear. I'm hoping that this will actually be a nice, mini shrine which I plan to build, so who wants to pray can come and pray to whichever god possible. Hopefully that will work fine. Okay, well, let's place some thatched roof, and I'm actually thinking that looks pretty cute. So we'll see if it's sort of like a mini chapel, if you will. Right. So, that being said, I have the... Okay, butchering table we have... I'm thinking of actually building like a wooden table, small. And it should be ultimately close to the butchering table. Possibly later on we'll move it in the inn. However, when it comes to the inn should be really important in terms of, producing food that everybody can come and eat and whatnot. But also in the winter, the food will need to last longer, so we have to also do some research in terms of food, how do you call it, food, not production, but preserving food. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. Anyway, Dan is hard at work at the first shrine, while Swetian is still busy in the fields. I might have overdone it. Oh, and Dan immediately wants to go pray, yeah, because he really feels the urge to do so. Okay, that's, fair. The weather is clear and nice, and Sweetie Ann has started to planting these flax fields. Look at the barley, how nice it looks. Oh, there's gonna be some sweet ale, I'm telling you. However, carrots are nowhere near complete, and the birch trees are yet to be planted. But then again, it's the evening at 6 o'clock p.m. and the fog has started to gather, so... Let's see the mood. They're slightly hungry and they're lacking in religious activities and deprived of entertainment. So that means, assuming that once those two shrines are built and when this backgammon table is built, they should be happy as doorknobs. So basically, yeah. Okay, and Dan is here working the fields, which is also very nice. With Sweetie Ann being hungry and Joe again doing some writing. Very important to create those chronicles for the much needed research, because ultimately we really want to get in on the action when it comes to research. It's really important, and we really know that Joe is a genius with the intelligence factor of 28, which means I'm hoping that the research will be happening quite quickly. That's basically the sole reason I picked him. Research available, you don't say. Okay, let's see, what do you have? Furniture or brewing? I'm actually gonna go with furniture because that unlocks more comfortable beds for us. Yeah, okay, as soon as you guys are finished sleeping, I will be dismantling the hay beds and making a proper bed so that you can get a good night's sleep. See? I care about my people. Alright. Wooden hay bed, clay brazier, that we need a little bit later, and some wooden torches. We should also think about defenses at some point, and I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna dig up a moat, which will basically ensure that this village can only be approached from a couple of sides. Okay, they're either hungry or thirsty or whatnot. Oh, look at that. Okay, I'm immediately now dismantling the hay sleeping spots, and I'm gonna ask somebody, Joe, perhaps. Sweetie and Joe is drinking. Okay, yeah, you can do that. You have decent constructions. Okay, come on. Somebody, please, dismantle. Prioritize deconstructing. Thank you. Yeah, okay, Dan dismantled the 2 hay sleeping spots. Joe will take care of the 3rd one. And without further ado, let's place the 3 wooden hay bed. Right. That will hopefully take care of their sleeping habits. And, oh, not enough resources. Do I need to chop some more wood? Okay, let's book this oak tree, the field maple, and field maple tree, oak tree. Those are a little bit further apart than I would like. Oh, actually, I could take these 3. Okay, Dan, when you're finished with praying, could you please come and chop this tree here? That would be really nice. Or these 3 trees. No, Joe is busy with writing. Okay, maybe I'll take somebody else. Sweetien. No, Sweetien. Sweetien. I have to get used to telling this because, like I said, Dan... Oh, Dan is going to cut it. Yes, thank you. Sweetien, you're good with gardening and you're planting some much needed trees, so I'll leave you be for the time being. And it seems like she is in the bush at the moment. That's interesting. Not enough beds. Of course there's not enough. I've just demolished all 3 of them and I'm trying to get resources to build more. So what did you expect? Okay, Dan, you're going where? Dan was hungry. Okay, fair enough, Dan. Yes, I know I haven't built a table for you guys. I will build it, I promise. I really want to be prioritizing the wooden hay beds first so that you have a decent place to sleep. After all, it's 9 AM and it's gonna come night and you guys will be wanting to sleep. Look at this. He just put like 4... the wooden frame and says, okay, I don't care anymore. I'm not gonna build the rest. Come on. Then prioritize chipping the tree. I need trees and somebody needs to hold the resources to make these beds. So, yeah. Sweetien, you please also chop the 2nd tree. I really need the tree. And of course, Dan thinks that basically backgammon table is more important than the wooden beds, so he just, yeah, chopped the trees and left it out in the open. I mean, seriously, priorities, guys? Yeah, Joe, come on. Haul it to the stockpile and then please make the beds. Unless Joe also thinks that... no, he's just... Okay, yeah, I brought your, you know, whatever. Now, can you please... Resources unavailable to deliver. What resources are you missing? I don't understand. And look at that, while Joe is writing his stuff, Dan took some much needed logs and just said, I'm gonna make the backgammon table. That's more important. Because, yes, entertainment is more important than sleeping, obviously. However, you should not underestimate... Look, and then Dan and Joe decide, okay, let's enjoy entertainment. Yeah, okay, but if you look in the mood, yeah, they were actually sleeping in uncomfortable bed, but lack of entertainment was affecting them more. Alright, who am I to judge? While all the same time, Sweetien is actually... Ooh, she has done quite a lot, actually. Impressive. Getting resources for construction. Yeah, there have been severely lacking in entertainment, so, yeah, you know. You gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Alright. Come on, Dan, will you now be making the beds, please? Thank you! And now I should need the hay, please. Can you go and pick up the hay, or whatever? Hauling to stockpile? I really need somebody to start making the beds, please, gentlemen. And, yeah. Dan is also hauling all the research notes to stockpile. And now he's gonna cut some trees, hopefully. No? Apparently nobody gives a rat's ass. Sweetien botany level is now 13. She's becoming quite a botanist. If you look now, Sweetie Ann and Dan are pretty happy because they are doing a bit of gardening. So yeah, I'm actually gonna put a resource hole to the Dan so that he does do, listen to me, I'm butchering English again, so that he does some gardening as well and holing. However, I do want to construct things first, because now it's 9 o'clock in the evening. Come on guys, you will be sleeping out in the open unless you fix those beds. And look at this, yes, praying is more important. I fully agree with you. What the hell is wrong with you, Dan? Aha, if I researched brewing, would you still think it's kind of important? Look at this, brewing station. We can make brewing station and ale and beer and whatnot. Oh, they're gonna be so happy with this. However, you guys, because I gave you plenty of time to fix the beds. You fixed everything else. So yes, you guys are gonna be sleeping in the open, and you will be sleeping as well in the yeah, you'll be sleeping in the rain. That's not my problem, I'm sorry. You had every opportunity, you had 8 hours chance to do something meaningful and you decided not to do it. You deserve to sleep in the open. Alright, then please, come on, at least make one bed. Come on, make one bed, make me proud. No, he's decided to cook food, of course. Oh boy. Yeah, you deserve to be sleeping in a stockpile. And then he's out making food, cooking food in the middle of the night in the rain, because that makes complete sense. I mean, seriously? I should re-examine the priorities. Well, at least they're not sleeping in the rain, what can I tell you? I should probably prioritize cutting more trees and hauling to the stockpile. Hopefully the amount of tasks will subside for them. It's 4 AM and the rain has stopped, which is nice. They woke up 5 o'clock and yeah, you didn't sleep in a comfortable bed. No wonder, Sherlock. Seriously. Yeah, apparently everything is more important than making beds. Okay. It's your problem, guys, not mine. Okay. Finally, thank you. Dan, you have finally come to your senses. Apparently, I think what the problem was that we had plenty of sticks, but they needed logs. So maybe they needed logs to construct the beds. I don't know. At least looks like it. Yeah, it's usually hard when you have like a few people which you need to, you know, maintain. Harvest ruined. Yeah, I mean, Dan, I never intended for you to make harvest. Then you have harvest as priority number 2. Maybe I should put it priority number 3 now that this has passed. I think your construction should be your main focus. Apart from your praying, obviously. He's a very religious, he's almost a zealot. Okay, bringing some chronicles. There we go. Resources unavailable to deliver. I'm actually failing to understand what does that mean exactly. So, but what can you do? Swetian is basically cutting another tree. Okay, will you now be constructing the second bed, please? There we go. Perfect. So looks like, guys, tonight you will be sleeping in decent beds. Haha. I really like this, looking at them up close. Joe is playing backgammon with himself. Apparently Joe likes to play with himself. Who knows? Who am I to judge? Dan is once again munching on something. And, oh, Swetian has decided to do some research. Why would you want to do that? She's basically dumb as a doorknob. Okay. Okay. There we go. Now, not enough beds and settlers are idle? Who's idle? Joe is idle? Joe, this is interesting. So Dan is writing while Joe is doing nothing. Maybe Joe just got bored of writing too many chronicles and decided to stretch his legs and go out a bit. Maybe chop some trees, do something meaningful with his life. He's been cramped up in that little research table for far too long. Maybe that will make him happy. I can see that Dan is clearly happy when he got the resources for construction. Aha, he's making his bed. Okay, now I get it. Okay, but it's good. Looks like tonight my peeps will sleep in decent beds. Nice. Alright, so Dan, back construction skill is now level 10. Thank you so much. Yeah, so you see, the guys who are praying are basically now out in the rain, which it's not a bad thing per se, but maybe I should construct one more thatched roof. Maybe that would be a thing. Research, how is that going? Okay. I still need to figure out how to do a brewery. I'm actually going to pause that because I think brewing station would need to be made, which means we're talking about probably some sort of an inn. And I don't want to create inn without creating a cellar or a basement of some sort where my food can be stored so it doesn't rot. So apparently that's kind of a big thing in going medieval these days, so you have to be careful. So I'm actually gonna excavate or mine a little bit of a dirt just so that I start mining up this area, because this is close to the main resource pile where maybe the carcasses would be stored. And then the butchering table I will move from the main building inside somewhere after I've constructed the first floor, and then we'll see how we take it from there. So yes, I will be digging a big gaping hole just in the middle of our square. It's an area where the future inn will be, or at least I like to keep telling myself that. So the Joe is digging, while Dan is holding to stockpile, while Sweetie N is writing. This is interesting. I've never put the priority on Sweetie N to do research. I think I'm actually gonna flat out disable her from doing the research. Yeah, that I might need to do. So far I've been mostly positive and encourage my peeps to do various things rather than flat out forbidding it. I should definitely take mental notes. And of course, guys, I'm doing this in post-production, meaning that I'm commenting after I've recorded the episode. So all the changes that I'm yapping about here will be coming in the next episode, of course. However, until we do so, we might as well do some more practical stuff. Wooden table, so that people can eat outside until the inn is built. So once the inn is built, all of these wonderful things that are in now the communal area shall go in the inn. Or at least I think so. Sweetie Ann is digging up. Good. Wooden chair. Let's see. Dan, you're going to pick up more? Okay. Yes, you will. Let's kick in the afterburners a little bit, shall we? I'm hoping that you will be able to dig up at least a little bit more before you go to sleep. Research available. What can we do? We can do decorative things. Well, honestly, I would either prefer preserving food or wooden weaponry. Or maybe even smelting or something along those lines. Perhaps smelting wouldn't be bad. So that we can smelt, you know, make gold ingots and iron ingots. That would be nice, I think. Wooden weaponry, so that we can arm ourselves. So, yeah. Alright. Haha! You're sleeping in comfy beds. Let me know how it felt in the morning. We have decorative banners, decorative structures. They look cool, but they're not necessary. Equipment. To prepare your settlers, equip them. So, you see, I'm getting tutorials for equipping my settlers, meaning something is coming. Something wicked this way comes, I guess. Other than my coffee, yes. Ah, that's good coffee. Alright, research available. They're having their morning breakfast, and hopefully Dan is going to do some digging while Joe's intellectual skill is now level 29. Holy moly. And Sweetie Ann is enjoying some entertainment before the morning she goes to start digging. Well, that's fair. I mean, I'm a good feudal, lord. I will not ask you to work yourselves to death. Okay, wooden weaponry. I'm actually thinking I would go with either that or tailoring or preserving food. Oh, it's a tough one. Stone block cutting, clay brick making, preserving food. But you know what? It's spring. I don't need it just yet. I have a feeling that I'll need wooden weaponry a little bit sooner. So, while I would like to make the kilns, I have a feeling that maybe it's better that we just start making the wooden weaponry. I'm gonna... Oh, build up your defenses. Look at it. The game is telling me what's next. Okay, so we've gotten some clay, and I want to actually be making this wooden staircase that will be going down, I guess, almost immediately here. I don't see why not. There we go. Wooden walls, and I'm not actually going to build the wooden walls yet. I'm just going to dig out a little bit more dirt. Because I'm thinking the brewery and probably the should be at the bottom, while the butchering table, the cook, and should be on top, together with some possibly tables for eating or something. The only thing that I know, I'll need to make the inn a lot larger than it actually is at the moment. At least the area is, but we'll see how it goes. Mined resources mangled. Okay, here we have limestone. I'm just checking up on my resources. There are some dead trees that we might want to cut sooner rather than later. I'm just gonna mark them. As I said in the previous episode, dead trees will not grow anymore, so... Oh! Barbarian snack. We have a chance to help out Michael. Let's see what he's good at. Ooh, he's a powerhouse in melee. Okay, I guess. That means that Michael is en route. We'll give him the melee one-handed weaponry. And I'm gonna give him the shield as well. Or maybe I'll actually give him the two-handed, and I'm gonna give Joe ranged. Yeah, I think that one might actually be better, so... Because Joe is decent with melee, but not really the best. Michael is convalescing and then is tending to his wounds. That's really nice. And it's important. There we go. Enemies are coming. So because we accepted Michael into our, into our society, his enemies decided that we are the enemies of the state and that they're gonna come and teach us a lesson. Good luck with that. I'm gonna be prepared. By the time they come, we're gonna be armed up to our teeth. So. Alright. With that being said, Joe is praying, Dan is constructing. Okay, and I'm thinking that I'm gonna go with researching the wooden weaponry. See, it was worth it to actually wait just a little bit, so now that we know that the enemies are coming, we're gonna unlock the wooden weaponry, and we're gonna be making both the bowyer and the woodwork table. And I guess for that we need the, not the construction, but the carpentry skill, which would be really important of making some weapons. Cool. Sounds good to me. Right. And look at that. Now we have table for eating. Isn't that nice? Yes, Dan was hungry. Look at how happy he is. Yes, I'm all about making my peeps happy. So woodwork bench, we're gonna place them right about here. Later on, I'm gonna have dedicated, researcher / everything else huts, but bowyer table, I think it's a little bit bigger than the woodwork table. Okay. Settlers are idle, build up defenses, not enough beds. Yeah, I'm not gonna build up defenses just yet, because I prefer arming my settlers to the teeth rather than just laying out some random traps and, you know, palisades and whatnot and hoping they come that way. My kind of thoughts is that attack is the best defense, so yes. Sweetie Ann is drinking, and Joe and Dan are idle, but that's okay. It's 10 o'clock in the evening, so I'm actually going to set some schedules for them, because until now everybody had no leisure time whatsoever and they were just going willy-nilly. So I'm going to set up some leisure time, and I'm going to make them overlap to a degree, but not that nothing happens. So yeah. And I'm gonna set the work schedule. Sweetie Ann, you will be starting early in the morning, honey, and you will be working until 11. Joe will have a chance to do something before, you know, in the morning, and Michael will be more of a night owl, so to say. I'm not now checking that everybody has equal, you know, working schedule. I'm very sorry about that, guys, but I'm just trying to see that they actually have a chance to do whatever they want to do. So sleep, I'm gonna give them an extra hour of sleep. Maybe they will need it, who knows. And Michael is gonna have some extra leisure time in the morning, because he's new and we want to make him feel welcome. The other 3 peeps are already very happy. So as you can see, Michael doesn't yet have a weapon. So we should probably equip Michael with some sort of weapon. Come on, we should be making these tables, the bowyer and the other table, quickly now. The enemies are coming in 1 day and 36 minutes, and I just love how accurate these estimates are. Otherwise, guys, I gotta tell you, I'm really enjoying the Going Medieval. I didn't think that I would get this much hooked. I very much enjoy it, and I will for sure be playing it on my channel. So if you want to see more, do leave a like, hit subscribe, click that notification bell so that you get notified when the new episode will be coming out, for sure. And let me know what you think about my playthrough in the comments below. Of course, your opinion is very important to me, so make sure that you voice it. Alright, okay, so finally Dan has seen that the importance of bed is very, very real, so he constructed a wooden hay bed so that Michael has a good place to sleep. That's really nice. Later on, when we'll have lots of peeps, maybe we find a couple of night owls. Maybe those will be working during the night, so maybe we'll have a shift rotation in terms of sleeping. Dan, construction skill is level 11. Fantastic, Dan, you're my go-to guy for construction. Look at this, and oh, wonderful, cudgel, and the wooden spear, and we could dismantle items for wood. So I'm actually gonna make 2 wooden spears just to have something to, you know, fight with, and maybe with bowyer table I'm gonna make another bow, who knows, maybe 1 or 2 bows so that we can actually make them. Short bow, yes please. I'm pretty sure that I cannot yet make the long bow. That will be coming later on. However, I think, is it Sweetie Ann that has the long bow? So she's my go-to marksman. Okay, Michael, you're also going to be hauling stuff, because look at this. We have lots of resources just waiting to be picked up and put in the stockpile. Good. I think our settlement is actually progressing quite nicely, don't you think? Yeah, actually decorative things I'm gonna leave for the time being. I'm thinking we should probably go with preserving food next. Look at my peeps, they're hard at work. We're crafting wooden items. So now I think in the next episode I'll probably need to rearrange the priorities, see who will be doing what, because apparently Sweetie Ann has no longer work in the fields, but in the fall she'll have plenty of things to work with, so we'll need to be shifting their priorities a little bit. Okay, Michael, yes, you do a little bit more digging, because I'm really liking the aesthetic that we'll be gonna be making, and from what I've heard from the comments and forums, do let me know in the comments, but I think if we really want to go hard on the food preservation, we should probably make our cellar 2 stories deep rather than a single one. So, and we should probably make the walls out of clay from what I understand. So that's something that we'll be focusing probably. Oh, settler wounds need tending. Michael, did you hurt yourself? Okay, well, Sweetie Ann will be tending to your wounds. Wounds tended. Wonderful. I really like the music. I know that you guys cannot hear it from all of my yapping. Do let me know also the audio if it's good enough, or should I be upping the music, you know, or not. Anyway, the enemies are coming and we have some weapons. We have produced some, so I'm pretty happy because I think we will meet them pretty ready head on. And look at all 4 of my settlers are happy. That's what I like to see. Mined resources mangled, I really don't care. Okay, and our resource pile will need to be increased. That's good because I've built it modular so that we can extend it just later back on. Okay, Sweetie Ann is making another bow. Michael is holding to stockpile. Look at this, Michael is already making himself very useful. Alright. Okay guys, like if you like the episode, you know what to do. Hit subscribe and I will be seeing you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. This is Survival Joe.